Good morning and welcome to another 5-minute photo adventure where this morning I've come to Rippon Tor on the eastern edge of Dartmoor. Yes, that's right, this morning I'm high up here on the eastern edge of Dartmoor and Rippon Tor. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I've been up here lots of times before. I've made a few videos from here, I've written many blog posts, I've got lots of photographs from Rippon Tor, so why on earth am I back here again this morning? Well, this wasn't my original plan. My original plan was actually to go somewhere brand new, somewhere that I'd never shot before. But I woke up, had a quick check of the weather forecast, and well, it's got a lot more cloudy than I thought. Now, I almost talked myself out of coming out at all. I thought I'll just go back to bed, but once I'm up, I tend to stay up, and I thought I'm going to go out anyway and don't want to rely on the weather forecast too much. You know, there could be a chance of a gap, so best just go for it anyway. But then I got in the car and I was driving along, and there was a gap on the horizon. It did look very cloudy, I admit, but there was a gap on the horizon out towards the coast, and I thought there's one place I could go that if there is going to be the hint of light, I could make use of it, because if I go out to some of the other parts of the moor, just not going to see the light if there's only a tiny gap. So that's why I've decided to come out onto Rippon Tor. Now, because Rippon Tor sits on the eastern edge of Dartmoor, high up, and you can look out onto the coast, so if we're going to get the sun rising there, going to get some light, it's the best I can hope for. But I think this morning it's not looking good. So I have to admit, it is with a sense of optimism that I'm making this video. This video may never see the light of day if I don't get even a half decent picture. It is very, very flat light here at the moment. Let me spin you round. Out there, oh, actually there's a little bit of a tiny bit of golden light there just coming through. Maybe you will see this video. Maybe I will get a break in the cloud. But as you can see, it is pretty cloudy out there. It's flat and it's grey, so even for black and white, it wouldn't really work. That sky is just, well, it's just featureless. It's very dull and a little bit boring. But if that little bit of cloud passes, just see splashes of colour here out towards where the sun is rising. It could be okay. It could be really, really nice, or it might not be. Right. Literally no time to tell you about the competition. Having to take the pictures. So look what's just happened. The sun has literally just found a gap and has started putting light on the landscape. It just shows you, just taking a chance sometime. Anyway, I've got to make, it's about to go behind the higher cloud, so I'm going to take the pictures, then I'll talk you through my composition. But yeah, I'll swing you around again. Look at that. It's just amazing what happens when you just, when you're least expecting it. That was amazing. That was just like, I don't know, there can't be much more than 30 seconds of light where I was able to take the picture. So I've had to take the picture. I had to prioritise taking the picture over talking to you and showing you the composition, because if I just been trying to figure out how to show you what I was going to shoot, I literally would have missed it. It was that quick. But let me show you now. So if I flip the camera around. So the composition starts here with these foreground rocks which have this lovely angle on them. Again, you're going to have to use your imagination, at least until I'll show you the picture, that when these catch the light, it really adds some contrast and depth. And then out to that mid part there where the ground is, that was catching the light beautifully out into the rest of the rock stack of Rippon Tor, and then out there towards Haytor, which you currently can't see. So that has been the vertical shot that I've just taken. So yeah, if you can imagine that shot, we don't have to imagine it, because I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it up on the screen now, and we'll see what that 30 seconds of magic looked like. I have to say that's probably one of the most surprising photographs I've taken up in Dartmoor. I don't know why I'm surprised. Dartmoor is such an unpredictable place when it comes to weather. But when I first started filming this video this morning, I really wasn't just in the off chance. I was actually, didn't think for a minute that I was actually going to make a video. I was actually going to get a photograph. I thought the conditions weren't looking weren't looking great. And in fact, when I got up here, when I got up here, I thought, oh, this is pointless. Maybe I'll just go home and have a cup of coffee. But it's a good lesson that just sometimes Dartmoor delivers, and you don't need much time. You just need to make sure that the camera's set up, ready to go. Because if I'd been faffing about, particularly doing video and stuff like that, I would have missed that. So I was glad I was prepared and I got my image, and I feel justified for getting up this morning. And it was really good fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was all over the place, but it had to be all over the place just so I could capture the photograph. But I hope you've enjoyed the experience of being up here in Dartmoor with me again for another 5-minute photo adventure. And if you've got a few extra minutes, I'm putting the 5-minute photo adventure playlist up in the corner of the screen. But until the next slightly disjointed 5-minute photo adventure from Dartmoor, because there's always going to be another one, I'll see you then.